Hello there, internet dwellers. Welcome back to another video. Today I decided we should check out some emergency alert scenarios. Now this is a huge trope in the analog horror community or within the genre itself. Usually it's like something's playing and then a pop-up happens saying, oh no, there's aliens invading, everyone get into your beds and shoot yourselves in the head. But it actually came from like a real thing. Obviously those are real things, and that's why analog horror sometimes does something to the brain where it makes it seem more real than it actually is, because it plays with these real kind of factors like emergency alerts. Now, emergency alerts, I've never experienced one in my life before, thankfully, but obviously they're in the name. They're alerts of an emergency. That's something that requires your attention because it's going to affect you directly, so you need to follow their instructions. And I imagine a few of those are happening around the world, but I have never experienced that. The closest I've ever came to witnessing something like that was when something goes wrong with like the BBC or something like that, or the ITV, where like the programming's not working properly, and then they bring up that pop-up saying, "We apologize, but something is going wrong. We'll be right with you." You know, that kind of thing. I know it's nothing alike at all. And you know what? That just goes to show what kind of sheltered upbringing I've had living in the country that I have, and I'm grateful for that. These are more kind of scenarios in the sense of it's fictionalized, obviously, so none of these are real, but it focuses on horror concepts. For example, you know, emergency alert, there's vampires on the loose. You know, the other day I slept to a video. I'll try and find it and put it here. But it was about vampires, and it was like a radio announcer announcing some kind of vampire outbreak on the radio as it happens. And it's stuff like that. So there are videos that are really long because obviously it's happening in real time. But the ones I've chosen are a little bit more bite-sized, a little bit more manageable, and we're going to be looking through those now. I will be linking the creators in the order that I watch them in the description down below. So be sure to go like and subscribe to the original creators and their videos. Before we get into this, guys, I want you to do two things. If you enjoy this video, hit that like button, and if you enjoy it that much, you can always subscribe. 57% of you who watch my videos aren't subscribed, and hey, subscribing's free. And if I'm not your cup of tea, you can always throw me away. Whoa, Jesus, hang on, don't throw me away. But you can always unsubscribe. Okay, so I'm nearly at 200,000 subscribers, so any help getting there would be greatly appreciated. Let's get into this. So the first video we're going to be watching is called Keep the Lights On. And I've kind of done this in time duration order, so this is the smallest amount, and smallest isn't always worse, you know? Okay, sometimes smallest is best. Let's be honest. It's called Keep the Lights On by Arid. And this has 2.3 million views, and it was 2 years ago. And I think the longest one we're watching today is only 13 minutes long. But this is just, you know, a foot in the door of the EAS world, because it's kind of like Trollge in a way, where all these incidents happen. Very similar to that, but less gimmicky, or whatever the word I'm looking for is. That's probably not the right word. Let's stop yapping on and let's get into this. So Keep the Lights On by Arid. Here we go. 1 minute 20. Emergency broadcast system issued by civil authorities. Right.
We interrupt your current broadcast to bring you this emergency broadcast system.
Why are my captions that big? What's happened? Who wants 400%? You know what? Some people probably do, Ryan. Okay, some people probably do. You know what I would like? I would like it so that you could centralize the captions in terms of like it's not on the left, you know, in like Photoshop or whatever, you can put it so that it's central. I would like that. If there is a way to do that, that would be fun, but I don't think there is.
Civil authorities have issued an alert to all citizens in your area. There have been a total of 59 missing person reports in the past 12 hours.
Oh, geez, that's not good.
Witnesses have reported that people inside their homes have been killed by an unknown entity, and all reports had...
Wait, hang on. Go back.
Reported that people inside their homes have been killed by...
So they witnessed these people being killed inside their homes, but they survived. Geez, the survivor girl would go insane.
Entity, and all reports had a generally similar point of view. The reports all say that the event took place in a dark part of the home, such as a cellar, basement, closet, or attic. The depiction of the entity was described as a strange-looking pale humanoid with long contorted limbs, each about 6 feet long.
Oh my god, 6 feet arms?
The entity itself was about 8 feet tall, with no eyes, and a long pointed face. Witnesses also say that days before the individual was killed, they said they felt uneasy or anxious.
So it's basically like Slender Man.
Lines to ensure your safety are: keep your house well lit, stay out of basements or attics, If you feel uneasy, it is important to go to a hospital or somewhere you know you are safe.
Right,
If
okay.
you see the entity and have felt uneasy in the past few days, then serve your community by distancing yourself from others and buying them time to escape from the entity.
Okay, well, hang on a second. I have a problem with that. What if you were just naturally anxious as a person? This would take you out, wouldn't it? This would make you super, super anxious and nervous and paranoid. Because, you know, just because you're feeling anxious doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be hunted by this thing. My God, if that's the case, I'm dead. Kill me now. This is it. What is the thing with like cellars and attics and basements being scary? Where did that come from? Is it just like something that's been installed into the psyche of humans through like old horror films? Or is it like just because they're considered dark and mysterious and you don't really know you know what's in them, you know what I mean? But no one really goes in there, therefore it kind of feels abandoned in a way. Not abandoned, I don't know how to say it, like urban explorer. It just has that kind of vibe to it. Like I have a basement where I am and it's just a basement. And yeah, I understand. It's still like when the lights are all off, it's still creepy. But when the lights are off anywhere, it's creepy. You know what I mean? But I guess with the basement and attic, it doesn't feel lived in, and therefore it has this kind of weird vibe to it that you can't quite explain. Well, that was interesting. So guys, if you're feeling anxious or nauseous, you're getting hunted by an 8-foot demon. I'm sorry, I don't make the rules. Right. So the next one is 2 minutes 28. And it's by Foxtrot Foundation. This one only has 5.1k views 8 days ago, and they have 195 subscribers, but you know what, that's bloody good actually. I say only 5.1k views, but no, that's, compared to the subscriber count, that's amazing. That's really well done. So this is called Weeping Angels, inspired by Doctor Who. So with the whole Doctor Who thing, it was that you couldn't blink, right? I'd be screwed. I blinked just then. You know what I mean? I'm so if you blink, they get closer, or you just die if you blink, or you can't take your eyes off them, right? It's just right there. Look, Doctor Who, don't blink. I would play that, but I'd probably get copyrighted by the BBC. So that's what SCP-173 was inspired by as well, I think. Or unless it came, I don't know which came first. I'm assuming Doctor Who came first. Here we go. So Foxtrot Foundation, Weeping Angels. Let's jump into this. Here we go. Weeping Angels. We don't know what to expect with this one, guys. Emergency alert system. Okay. I don't know what. Department of... I can't pause it. Anomalous threat response. Classification classified. Level 5. Clearance administrator approved. Release. Timestamp 4:35 p.m. Alert code Alpha Weep. Please remain calm. Please stand by.
Attention. This is an emergency broadcast from the
Foxtrot
Foundation regarding a classified anomaly event currently occurring in several states.
Mm.
The entity referred to as Weeping Angels is active, engaging civilians in areas previously confirmed by Foxtrot operatives. Sightings and locations. If you are in the red, there have been confirmed spotted Weeping Angels. If you are in the yellow, there have
I'm not in America. I'm good. I'm good. Good lord.
confirmed sightings of Weeping Angels.
Okay.
If you are in the green, there have been no spottings detected.
Brilliant. Okay. So what's safe here? Okay, Midwest basically is safe. They don't like the South, do they? These Weeping Angels don't like well then again, or the East. The East just isn't safe other than up here. That's insane. They must have come through here and here, and then was like, we'll just leave this section off, and then came through here, and then they're just raiding California. It makes sense, you know. A lot of degeneracy happens in these places. I'm not saying that you're degenerate if you live there. Ryan, you should probably shut up right now. You should probably...
If you are in the green, there have been no spottings detected. What you need to know. The Weeping Angels are extremely dangerous. How they kill. Weeping Angels are quantum locked, meaning they can only move when not observed. However, once they have access to their target, they will physically touch their victim,
Oh gosh!
sending them back in time to feed off the potential energy of their future selves.
Wait, what?
Victims will cease to exist in the present and will die in the past.
Hang on. Feed off the potential energy of their future selves. What does that mean? What does that even mean?
Victims will cease to exist in the present and will die in the past. How to kill. Weeping angels can be destroyed using intense light sources such as bright flashlights.
So it's like Alan Wake.
Floodlights or direct sunlight. When exposed to such light, they revert to their stone forms and become immobile. If you encounter them, do not look away. Avoid blink-induced moments, as their movement is...
Blink-induced moments? Such as what? Just normal blinking?
Maintain constant, direct eye contact.
Avoid blink-induced moments. That's just... everyone blinks, though. That's just a normal human thing. Whoever gave this advice is a skinwalker, who just walks around with their eyelids peeled like that. What is this blinking that you humans do? I don't understand.
Maintain constant, direct eye contact. Evacuation advisor. If you are in a confirmed zone with active angel sightings, immediately find shelter with bright, non-blinking light sources. Do not leave the building until Foxtrot response teams confirm the threat is contained.
Can you, like, what? So when they turn to stone, can you blink then? I'm guessing not. They still move even when they're, like, made of stone.
You cannot see your surroundings clearly. Immediately find any source of bright light, car headlights, flashlight, or illuminated areas. Avoid darkened areas at all costs.
Yep, I do that anyway. It's all good.
Notice. At the conclusion of this event, all witnesses and affected civilians will be administered level diagnostic treatment to ensure complete memory erasure. You will not remember.
Okay, well, I mean, how are you gonna do that? How many pills have you got? How many people live in America, for one? A lot of people live in America. You're not gonna get everyone. This is gonna cause conspiracy theories, okay? There's gonna be, in this universe, there's definitely gonna be people like, they want to erase our memories, even though, like, it's like weeping angels and things. Maybe you do want to forget about it, but there's gonna be, you know what? And I'll probably be with them. Like, why do I need to have no, I want to remember this. This is important, because think about it. If you take a pill, it's like that freaking story of the dude who went under anesthesia but was still awake and could feel everything. And then they gave him that stuff, that other thing, which was like a memory loss drug. But then he started waking up in cold sweats, screaming with night terrors because his body knows that he's gone through some kind of trauma, but he just doesn't remember it until he eventually did remember it. And that's exactly what would happen with this. You'd just wake up with night terrors, like, oh my goodness, what? Or you'd look at a statue and you'd be like, why do I feel such a unnerving presence from this thing? I do anyway. Especially like wax models as well. Anyway, let's continue on.
This event or the Foundation. Foxtrot Foundation. Order the chaos, understand the unknown.
Order the chaos, understand the unknown. Okay.
End of transmission.
Okay, well that was a good one. That was a nice one. I wouldn't like to live in a world where these things exist. I mean, it would just... I mean, think about the constant, like, stress and, like, anxiety you're putting your body through just because it's like, oh, are they around the corner? You're constantly on this survival mode, this high kind of alert mode, and it's just going to cause a lot of stiffness in your body because your body's releasing this cortisol or whatever it's called, and it's just making you all stressed all the time and just... You're going to die in early... It doesn't matter if you survive it, you're probably going to die early. Just from all the stress that it's caused, you know. But I enjoyed that one. Who doesn't love a weeping angel? Me. I don't like a weeping angel, that's for sure. This one's called Stay Safe Analog Horror by Creative Toad Productions. This was over a year ago now. I'm a bit late to this party. There are a few EAS on the old YouTubes here that probably I could watch. A lot of them are very long though, so I'm just dipping my toes in, just seeing what they're like, checking the temperature, seeing how you guys react to these. If you enjoy them, I'll probably do some more. Who knows? Leave a like rated right now, just there. I'll wait. Got this cucumber. This tape is only meant for distribution in the Scarlet Lake school system. Selling this recording is strictly prohibited. Thank you. Okay, so this one feels a little bit more real. Straight away, it already feels real. Hi, kids. I am the head of the police department here in Scarlet Lake City, so I spend all the time I have keeping the city safe. However, I can't protect you from all dangers. You must learn to protect yourself and stay safe. Today I will help all of you, kids, learn how. Oh, apologies. How can I be safe? Good question. You can be safe by just remembering to stay. What? What? Hang on. To stay? But then it says safe. What does safe mean? You'll learn. What's the point of saying stay if you're just going to tell us what... You know what? Let's carry on. You'll learn. Stay. Sane? Oh, okay. It's saying to stay. Got ya. Sane. Arse. Oh, never mind. What do you think staying sane could mean? Pause for discussion. Well, I think staying sane could mean not going insane. I feel, but what's that saying? It's not a saying, but they say that if you think you're going crazy, you're probably not crazy, because crazy people don't know they're crazy. But I don't know about that. I think crazy people do know they're crazy. Some just let themselves completely go, and they're like, you know what, this is who I am now. This is just who I am. I can't help it. I don't know. What is sane? Who is really sane? Being calm, not panicking, staying quiet. I mean, okay, yep, there's those as well. What do you think staying sane is important? Why do you think staying sane is important? It's good for morale. You don't want a crazy person. There was a dude outside the house the other day, right, going through the bins. Listen, I don't punch down on anybody, okay? I don't know how people get into the circumstances they get in. It's none of my concern, okay? Maybe they would dealt a bad hand. But there are some people that just they obviously can't be helped. They're so far gone. And there was a guy literally screaming into a bin outside my house, right? And he wasn't even speaking English. He was going, and he was like picking stuff up. And I don't know if he was on some sort of drug. I've seen this guy multiple times before, and he's always the same way. That's just who he is. It's just the way he is. He's really tall, he has green hair, and he shouts at local bus stops, making people feel uncomfortable. But you know, you just got used to it. It's just what he does. And I hope he gets the help he needs, but... You kids may think that loudly calling for help is a good idea, but it is not. Someone will hear you, but not who you want. Ooh, let's test your knowledge. Scenario 1. You are trapped in a house with a criminal. You are hiding from them. Your house is just down the street. Do you try to call for your parents' help? Well, you said not to call for help. I mean, you're a kid. I would, maybe. Or I'd at least try and run home. No. Think about it. Who is closer and can hear you better? Your parents or the criminal? Yeah, but the criminal might be deterred if they know that the parents are just down the road. Then again, I don't think they will be. That suggests that they might have some kind of morals about them. Not even morals. Or some kind of just sane thing in their head where, you know, they're not thinking about kidnapping a child. Good job, everyone. Okay, so this thing can obviously is sensitive to sounds. Aware. Oh, it's changed. The tone has changed. Stay aware. What do you think staying aware could mean? Being present. Being careful if a situation or person seems unsafe. Yeah. Warning signs to be aware of include weapons, wanting you to do strange things, avoiding your parents. What? Knowing these warning signs can help you avoid bad and unsafe people. Warning signs to be aware of include... Okay. So are they saying to... Okay. But sometimes you never know. What's that? So it's like this thing's like in... Oh, hang on. Is that like a thing with a knife? What is that? Let's test your knowledge. Let's play Is It Safe? Scenario 1. Not safe. Scenario 2. That looks safe. Yeah, looks good. What is that sound in the back? What is that? Not safe. This thing has like hooks for hands. Good job, everyone. That looks like something from Cry of Fear. Okay, fighting, flighting. Stay fighting, flighting. Stay fighting or flighting. Do you know what the fight or flight response is? Yeah, it's the body's natural reaction to conflict. The fight or flight response is a natural instinct that keeps us safe. It is the instinct to either run away from or fight a threat. In what situation should you run? Pause for discussions. Being serious now, if they've got a freaking knife, you should probably run away. Your life, but you need to learn to put down our egos sometimes, guys, and run away. Okay, in a fist fight, maybe, you know, you can fight them if you think. But the number one rule for fighting and to learning to fight is to not fight at all, to avoid any kind of conflict. That's the best thing to do. That's what I'm going to say, guys, because I'm a sensible adult. Situations where there is a clear way out. Oh, I guess there's that as well, actually, yeah. In what situation should you fight when there's no other choice? You should fight in situations where the other person has no weapon. Well, I kind of said that. Or if there is no hope for escape. Yeah, you gotta learn the front teep, guys. If they have a weapon, you got a front teep and run. Or a front kick, Spartan kick. Fight or flight. A criminal tries to pickpocket you on the street and fails. They are going to try again. Fight, flight. Do they have a weapon though? Because I'd start throwing hands, I'm not gonna lie. You'd catch these elbows as well. If you choose option A, you may not win. Why not? If you choose option B, great. You have a lot of space to get away. Okay, scenario 2. A swarm of preschoolers blocks the path. They are taunting you. There is no escape. Yeah, just front kick to the face, all of them. And just, what? I'm joking, obviously not. What do you mean flight? You're going to run away from a bunch of kids. I'll just walk through them. Have they got knives? Fight! If you choose option A, good job. You can most likely defeat a preschooler. That's not the... What? What is this? What? Teaching you to beat up kids. If you choose option B, you would not have any place to go. Yeah, straight through them. What are they going to do? Good job, everyone. Okay. Educated. Time for the final review. Oh my god, that's bright. Does this person look safe? I mean, if he's a butcher or a chef, he could be. Should you scream? Yes, probably. Oh no, you're not allowed to scream, are you? You're not allowed. Why not, though? Why are you not allowed to scream? Fight or flight? No, in this situation, you definitely should scream. And you shouldn't scream help. You should scream fire. Because a lot of people aren't going to respond to help because they feel like their lives might get in danger. But a fire, people feel like they can be brave. And, you know, that fighting a fire is, you know, a fire isn't going to stab you. Well, I don't know. A fire will burn you alive. But oh, God. If you chose fight... If you chose flight, good job. You should now go call the sheriff. The sheriff isn't listening. The sheriff can't hear you. The sheriff can't save you. So what have we learned, guys? That you're fucked. You're fucked. You can't scream. You're not allowed to run. Well, you can run away, but beat them up if they're preschoolers. What kind of advice is this? Okay, what kind of corrupt What does this say here? Hang on. I couldn't save them. There are no monsters. Don't end up like them. Stay safe. I'll keep you safe. You couldn't save who? I hope all of you learned something from this lesson. Okay, interesting. It kind of suggests that maybe, is it going off of just humans for this one? Because in honesty, making noise is probably the best thing you can do. You want to draw attention to yourself to get as much attention, witnesses, you know what I mean, as possible. But it's telling you not to shout for your parents or for friends or for anyone to come help you. But why? Is it like a monster that's sensitive to hearing and is going to kill you? It makes no sense. It feels like this tape is made to make you into a freaking criminal or get you killed. It's telling you to fight preschoolers, and my camera just stopped recording. It's telling you to fight preschoolers and run away from people with knives, which I agree with. You shouldn't fight a person with a knife. Your life is worth so much more than your ego, okay? But yeah, it just feels like this is teaching you bad things. Or like maybe not so good things? I don't know. I like things like that though, where it isn't reliant on jump scares or like, you know, weird images or whatever. Don't get me wrong, those things definitely add to an analog horror and get a lot more people interested in something that's uncanny or just weird looking. But this one kind of forces you to use your imagination to, because your imagination, I always say, is scarier than anything you could ever see. Like, your imagination can just cripple you with fear sometimes, let's be honest, and for good reasons sometimes, but most of the time it's just an anxious kind of thing that isn't serving us any purpose. Right, we're going to move on to the next video, which is called The Moon is Falling, and this is by Alert World, who I assume does these EAS videos all the time. Let's jump right into this. Here we go. February 1st, 2030. That's not far from here, guys.
February 1st, 2030 warning. This is an emergency broadcast. This is not a drill. This is an emergency broadcast. This is not a drill. You are asked to remain calm. Scientists at NASA, ESA, CNSA, JAXA, and Roscosmos identified a slight deviation of the moon from its orbit.
Okay.
The cause of this phenomenon remains unknown even as scientists search for a solution to stop the moon's descent. Governments from every continent and country came together to discuss a path forward through the impending calamity. They created a governing body.
Why is it okay, I think it's because I opened these and it doesn't matter.
From a collection of nations to oversee the handling of the imminent disaster. A series of evacuations have begun across major coastal cities such as Tokyo, Mumbai, Sao Paulo, New York City, Shanghai, Lagos,
LunarEmergency.com, is that a real place?
This is as a result of the likelihood of tsunamis and flooding of different magnitudes. To find out if your city is on the list, please visit www.lunaremergency.com. During the evacuation, you are advised to remain orderly, maintain decorum, and respect orders to ensure a frictionless process.
Frictionless. I don't understand, like, the moon falling, how are they going to prevent that from happening? Let's be honest. The moon is huge. It's a very, very big thing. How are you going to prevent that from happening? It just seems like a lost cause, in honesty. And obviously the moon controls the waves, right? The gravitational pull of the waves or something like that. I don't know. I didn't really pay attention in science class. So yeah, the moon falling will definitely have a knock-on effect and will probably end life as we know it.
Rivers and lakes where no evacuations
potentially,
are taking
I don't know.
place are advised to move inland to avoid the potential of flooding. So if you own a personal bunker, please ensure that it is well stocked so that it can be used for a period of several months.
Several months? Those doomsday preppers are loving this. Well, not loving it, but...
Warning. This is an emergency broadcast. This is not a drill. This is an emergency broadcast. This is not a drill.
Okay.
Update. Several nuclear attempts to remedy the situation have
Nuclear
failed.
attempts.
The moon continues on its path towards the Earth. You are advised to remain calm. Coastal cities are being overrun with water. To any persons left in the affected areas, move away from waterfronts such as beaches, rivers, and lakes. Move inland. Stick to high grounds when possible to avoid.
This would just cause pandemonium, let's be honest. A bunch of people, a lot of violence would occur because people would all be going to the same area. There's not going to be enough space. People would start fighting. It would just, it doesn't take long for people just to lose all kind of, just to lose their senses or just go back into that survival mode that's been programmed into us. Just look at what happened with COVID. Like, for the first week or whatever in lockdown or whenever it was, all the tissue was gone. All the beans were gone. Like, people were stockpiling. People were just, like, hoarding all this stuff. And it goes to show, like, everyone's in it for themselves, basically. No one cares. All the freaking hand soap and, like, all that was gone. All it took was just and it was, let's be honest, COVID wasn't like the freaking bubonic plague. Do you know what I mean? It was like, I've had COVID and it was horrible. Don't get me wrong. But it didn't require that level of shutdown. It was, you know what, let's not get political, guys. But I'm just saying, humans are shitbags sometimes. Me included, you know?
Water overtaking you. When traveling, take essentials only, and make sure to travel light as maneuverability is better prioritized over comfort. Only travel with necessities such as medication, sweaters, and blankets to help regulate temperature when caught in a cold place. If possible, get a radio with a solar with an alternative energy source.
Okay.
These could be solar-powered radios powered by AAA batteries, as the conventional means of communication are unreliable. Where one is available, a walkie-talkie is also advised to make up for the internet being down and help with ease of communication when possible. Go travel in packs, when possible, as traveling in groups greatly improves one's survival as more needs might be able to be met that way. For persons inland, gather low volatile fluids such as kerosene in case you need to keep warm.
In case you need to keep warm.
Wood logs can also be burnt for warmth and sustenance. Be careful to clear the space when lighting up said woods. Do not engage in wood burning in a forest to reduce the chances of a forest fire. Be careful of rampaging wild animals. Reduces bathing as water conservation is required. Take showers only when necessary. Strict rationing of food is advised so it can last for longer.
Okay.
Remember to stay hydrated. Do not drink contaminated water.
That reminds me, guys. It reminds me. Stay hydrated, guys. Stay hydrated. I'm going to cut this out. Or am I? Why don't you cut?
A clean container and add 5 drops of bleach for every 2 liters of water. Do not use scented, color-safe or bleaches with added cleaners. The solution needs to stand for 30 minutes before it is safe to drink. This method does not kill all pathogens in water and, while it is useful
Wait, what? Do not drink contaminated water. Use a clean container and add 5 drops of bleach for every 2 liters of water. Solution needs, okay, before it's safe to drink. See, I'm screwed right now because I'm thinking, is that true? Drinking bleach does not sound fun.
Drinking water where possible. Bring the water to a rolling boil for 3 to 5 minutes.
Oh, okay, you're boiling
Let
it.
cool before drinking. Boiling is the surest method to kill disease-causing germs, including viruses, bacteria, and parasites.
Interesting. This short audio recording was found on the memory card of a surveillance camera at the entrance to Hong Kong International Airport. A tsunami was coming. Date of recording March 1st, 2030. Time of recording 5:04. Format .wav. That doesn't sound fun, does it?
March 3rd, 2031.
Imagine just taking off just as a tsunami's coming in. It's like the waves here like that, like that. I mean, the plane just goes over it like that. That would be an insane view.
This is an emergency broadcast. This is not a drill. This is an emergency broadcast. This is not a drill.
Okay.
The global internet is down.
Oh no.
Attempts to keep it up have failed. Estimates say the death toll is in the thousands as the full force of the winds and the tide hit most waterfront cities.
Damn.
Cities like Los Angeles and Dhaka are already underwater.
Yep.
Be ready to move inland or to higher ground. Wear appropriate clothing and sturdy shoes.
Right.
Gather only essential items and take your emergency kit. Unplug appliances and electric equipment. Lock all your windows and doors. Check with your neighbors to see if they need assistance. Advise family members who are outside the area to not return home. The government's effort to blow the moon before it gets to the Earth's orbit
Blow
has
the
failed,
moon? Whoa, hang on a second. What do you mean blow the moon?
stating its attempt to bring a solution to ensure the continued existence of the human race. Here are things to do. Breathe, remain calm. Town halls of major cities will soon publish a list of nearby municipal and commercial bunkers. This list will be printed and then distributed to people who arrive on site. Admission into the municipal bunkers.
You just know it's going to be
at
like martial law there as well. Like everything overnight that would change.
9 a.m. tomorrow. Remain orderly and calm when seeking admission into a bunker. Any unsightly display shall be met with resistance from on-site forces.
This audio recording was found on the cell phone of a deceased man near the town of Osaki in Miyagi, Prefecture, Japan. At the request of the Japanese government, his name has been kept anonymous. Damn, that doesn't sound good, does it? Damn, guys. We've got less than 5 years. What is that? These aren't real audio, are they? Oh, damn. Nah, I'm good, man. Imagine that's the last thing you hear. Oh, God, terrifying.
This is an emergency broadcast.
Okay.
The death toll has increased to millions. And
Oh,
the Earth
jeez.
has undergone and still undergoing drastic changes. This is an emergency broadcast.
Imagine surviving
the death toll
this.
has increased to millions, and the Earth has undergone and still undergoing drastic changes. The bunkers have closed. Reopening them will be impossible due to the harsh conditions. Anyone trying to break into a bunker
So
will
it's
be
basically
eliminated
turned
without
into Fallout, essentially, but like just the moon is caused. And I'm guessing it's because the Earth is in
Notice.
underwater now.
If you don't have access to a bunker, try finding a natural shelter. Keep an eye out for caves, hollows, or even dead logs that might fit your body. Scientists predict that the moon will splinter into many pieces, and the probability of some of these pieces falling to Earth is high. Staying indoors or in a shelter is recommended.
Okay. This radio broadcast was aired on every AM and FM frequencies on July 8th. The entire planet was hit by a power outage that left nearly all of its population without electricity.
Splintered into many pieces. An asteroid is incoming, and it is projected to fall in parts of Africa, the Americas, and Europe.
Damn.
Pointing the exact location had proven impossible. Everyone in this area is advised to go indoors, stay in the bunker, and brace for impact. Remain
I thought the bunkers were closed anyway. I thought there was no getting out of them.
Necessary loss of life, earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, and flooding have rocked several regions of the Earth. There has been a tremendous loss of life, but the worst is almost over. To any survivor, stay put. Several broadcast messages will keep you updated with current happenings and how to survive. We will come back strong.
Hell yeah, always do. It's the adaptability of humans. That's why we survive. That's why we adapt. I don't know why. I just said the same thing twice there, essentially. I liked that one. That was a lot more of a realistic, I guess, in terms of, how it might actually go down. But I would not like to be on Earth when something like that was happening. I just feel like I'm too much of a nice person, or more so, I try and avoid conflict. I wouldn't say I'm a nice person, but I like to avoid conflict, and therefore I would just I wouldn't fight for stuff. And I guess that's maybe bad. I don't know. You need proper men in circumstances like that to lead you and, to follow. I don't know what I'm saying right now. That was very interesting, though. I enjoyed that one. But that was Alert's world, and that's what would happen, guys, if the moon was to be falling onto the Earth. But we always survive, apparently. So there's that. That's lovely. Okay, so this is the last video that we're going to be watching, guys. It's called The Silent Invasion, and it's by Hyatric. Is that how you say that name? 1.68k subscribers, but 213,000 views. That's very, very good. Silence lives, night beckons them. Seal doors, stay still. Dawn heals minds. Oh, I like the sound of this.
Ronald still searching for Grimace's voice.
On your right, Scary Mountain. 12,000 feet of solid.
Frozen yogurt.
Grimace's voice.
What happened there?
It's in there. Let's go. Will Ronald
Whatever happened to you know what, guys? This is a little bit of off topic, but whatever happened to McDonald's? It used to be look like. Well, actually, no. What happened to life? Everything kind of looked so colourful back in like the 90s and maybe early 2000s, but everything's been minimalized and modernized, and now everything's got that really weird beige kind of. I don't know. There's really cold, stoic, almost Eastern European vibe to it. Do you know what I mean? Nothing's really colourful anymore, and it's super depressing. We need to bring the colour back.
Grimace's voice, or will it be too late?
It'll be too late.
Bruce, Selma, and squad equipment.
These are interesting adverts.
Is excellent.
What era was this from?
On the store calculator, a secret document stamper. One toy comes with every McDonald's.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Hell
And
yeah.
this camera? A camera, Bruce. This is a commercial.
Oh.
I just unrolled this new fruit by the foot. It's colored by the foot.
We apologise for the interruption. Uh-oh. That would terrify me. Imagine on a kid's show as well. You just sat there watching cartoons and all of a sudden this pops up. United States government has issued emergency action notification. Entities capable of entering homes during night time hours. These beings are highly sensitive to sound. Hang on, whoa, hang on. They're highly alert. They're highly sensitive to sound, so you decide to just play the loudest sound you could think of. Well, you probably just killed half the population just by doing that. Let's be honest.
This is an urgent public safety alert for all residents.
I don't agree with this TTS kind of voice. I feel like if it was a real emergency alert system, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you guys can correct me. But a real person would be talking over it. Maybe they've been given information and said, just you need to read this. I'd feel a lot more comfortable if a human was reading this to me than just a robotic voice. It's still going to scare the crap out of you, but at least you know it's a human reading it.
Authorities have reported unusual and dangerous activity involving
Do not go outside.
capable of entering homes
Go outside.
during nighttime hours.
Go outside.
Please
You notice how it kind of changed there? Look, it kind of...
Public safety alert for all residents. Authorities
It kind of goes up like that as if a new message.
have reported unusual and dangerous activity
There we go.
involving entities capable of entering homes during nighttime hours.
Okay.
These beings are highly sensitive to sound and can detect noises from several miles away.
From several miles
Residents
away.
are advised
So this is like, what's that show called? What's that movie called?
to maintain absolute
A Quiet Place
silence
or something.
immediately. Refrain from using any devices or objects.
Go outside or you will die.
that produce sound.
We will kill you.
Secure all potential
We can hear your
entrances to
heartbeat.
home, including windows and doors. Do not go outside. I repeat, do not go outside. Outside. Go outside. Go outside.
Okay.
Go outside. Go outside. Go outside. Go outside. Go outside.
Don't go outside, guys.
Go outside. Go outside.
Oh god, it's all changed. Look, it's gone demonic.
Go outside.
The upside down pentagram.
Go outside. Go outside or you will die. We will kill you.
Okay.
We can hear your heartbeat beat.
Imagine being a kid just wanting to watch the cartoons, man. And all of a sudden you're saying, this thing's saying that we're going to kill you.
Seek the most soundproof area in your dwelling as your temporary shelter, such as a basement or an internal room without windows. Turn off all lights, electronic devices, and any appliances that could emit sound. Communicate only through sign language or written notes.
Sign language. I'm screwed. Well, written notes still require. If they can hear your heartbeat, they're going to hear this, aren't they? They're gonna hear that.
If absolutely necessary, do not go outside. Turn off all mobile devices. They emit frequencies that these beings can hear. Shut down your electricity using a breaker, or they will hear the housing frequencies. Do not attempt to investigate or confront these beings. Law enforcement and specialized teams are actively addressing the situation. Remain in your sheltered location until you receive an all-clear alert through this system. Prioritize silence and safety.
How are they going to do that then? Like, are they not aware that them doing this? Well, I mean, you're screwed. If you're blind, you're freaking screwed at this point. And deaf, actually. I mean, you can read, but you'd be screwed.
We are working tirelessly to ensure your safety and resolve this situation. If you see these beings, do not attempt to run. You should stop breathing, stop moving, and calm down. Do not fear them, and they will not attack. Do not use any weapon except for firearms. Stay
Oh, you mean the loudest thing you can possibly... Okay.
alert and do not fall asleep. Stay awake until 7:42 a.m.
Why? Okay, brilliant. Well, that's just ruined my Sunday evening, or Sunday morning, whatever the hell this is. We're temporarily off the air due to some technical difficulties at the station. For further assistance, please dial and reach out to your service provider. My initial thought would be like, because I'm so used to watching horror content and stuff like that, I'd be like, oh, this is a hoax. This is like just a thing. So if something like this were to genuinely happen, I think I'll die because I wouldn't take it seriously. Emergency alert system message from... Okay, this is clever because it's just an update. 4 hours later, there was an update. This is an update from the emergency alert system. Please stand by for an important message. Why are they doing that? Well, they're literally saying this. They can hear your heartbeat. Okay, if you breathe, they're going to find you. And then what do they decide to do? It's like, oh, we'll update you. They don't just flash up a message on the screen being like, hey, look at this message. It's brilliant. You just killed the other half of the population. This is so backwards. I feel like they're just wanting to kill you. Like, I believe in a population cull at this point. If they're this stupid that they're playing these freaking sounds, I don't know. Maybe it can't be helped. Who knows?
The Presidential Emergency Alert System has initiated an emergency action notification for immediate broadcast. This directive encompasses all regions under the jurisdiction of the United States and remains in effect until further notice.
Okay.
A critical situation necessitating this emergency action has been confirmed by authoritative sources. The nature of the threat involves significant risks to public safety, necessitating immediate and comprehensive protective measures. This alert is issued based on credible intelligence and assessments from national security agencies. Expected consequences include, but are not limited to, disruptions to daily life, potential hazards to personal safety, impacts on community infrastructure, and the controlled shutdown of the United States power grid as a precautionary measure to reduce overall noise levels and to safeguard critical infrastructure.
Damn, imagine that.
Residents are mandated.
See, that would be a beautiful thing, because it happened recently in Portugal, where there was a Portugal and some parts of Spain, I think, where the power just completely shut off. And you see the videos of people all gathering and having a good time, and just like, it's like, you know, because everyone's off their, you know, not necessarily off their phones, but they're out the house, you know, they're interacting with each other, and it's like, oh, this is nice. This is like, you know, part of community. But in this situation, you can't really do that unless you all know sign language and get together and just, you know, have a picnic and...
To comply with instructions for personal and public safety, including remaining indoors at all times. Do not attempt to go outside under any circumstances. The outside environment is currently unsafe. All individuals are instructed to turn off electrical appliances to minimize...
Yeah, maybe we should just have subtitles on the TV instead of a guy literally like,
Hi guys, yeah, they're all in here. If you want to come kill them, they're just here. So come kill them, please. This is an alert, emergency alert. I'm trying to kill everyone, baby. Risk and conserve energy for emergency services. Maintain absolute silence. Your safety is directly dependent on the absence of any noise. Failure to remain quiet places you in grave danger. Ensure that you are in an interior space on the lowest level of your current location, avoiding proximity to external walls and windows. Remain calm and do not panic. It is crucial to stay informed through official channels and updates provided by this station.
right.
Prepare for potential subsequent directives and adhere strictly to all issued safety measures. Reports of severe conditions or emergencies should be directed to local law enforcement or emergency services.
These guys they're just stupid.
Clear and concise communication of your situation and location. This emergency action notification is part of a coordinated response to ensure public safety.
Really? Public safety? So what are you trying to... Don't make any noise, but we're going to scream through your television at you.
Compliance with all instructions is essential for your protection and the overall effectiveness of emergency operations. Further updates will be provided as the situation evolves.
Brilliant stuff. I mean, I think everyone's dead at this point. Stopping now, starting now. My hair is fucking shit, innit? Look at that shit house. Good lord. Okay, now, good look at that, guys. Enter your 30s and this happens, okay? This is what happens. Look at this. Look at that, look at that. That's ridiculous. That's at least 7 inches, isn't it, guys? My goodness. It happens, guys. You just gotta learn to rock with it and get depressed, you know? Here we go. Primary entry point system issued, okay, an emergency action notification. All broadcast and cable systems shall transmit this message. What, they could have just done this in the first place, just a rolling screen of text and just had it play over and over again. Emergency alert system, do not go outside, extinction level event alerts. Oh, that's a terrifying message to read. Extinction level event alert. Do not fall asleep. Why is it effective until 7:32? Is it because they're nighttime creatures? So do you have to sleep in the day now?
This is an urgent message from the National Emergency Broadcast System. Please pay close attention to the following instructions. An unprecedented...
What are you doing playing that freaking siren? Guys, I'm telling you, they don't care about your safety. This is a population call right here. It's the goddamn globalists.
Detected. Unknown entities have invaded our airspace and are sensitive to sound and electromagnetic signals. To ensure your safety and the safety of your loved ones, you are required to take the following actions immediately. Maintain absolute silence. These being...
It's so backwards, man.
Are attracted to noise. Do not speak unless absolutely necessary. As of this moment, cease all use of electronic devices.
Okay, turn off this TV then. Turn off those freaking sirens, buddy.
This includes radios, televisions, and mobile phones. At exactly 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you must power off all electronic devices in your home. This is crucial. These entities are drawn to electronic signals. Secure all entry points to your residence. Remain indoors and keep all lights off. Stay out of sight. Do not attempt to contact outside parties for help.
Right.
Emergency services are aware of the situation and are acting accordingly. We understand this is an extremely difficult time. By following these instructions, you are contributing
You don't
to
say, buddy. You don't say.
the safety and well-being of our community. Remember, absolute silence and no electronic use after 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Oh, after 10 p.m. Okay, so So, okay, got you. Okay, so it makes sense now.
Stay calm. Stay hidden. This message
So they're why are they doing the sirens now, though?
Stay safe. Stay silent. May God be with us all.
Well, out of all those universes, which universe would I most like, if I had to choose, which one would I want to be in? It's got to be the one with the knives and that, because that just feels like normal. If there's something off about that one, that seems like the most normal one. That just felt like a normal world. But when you compare it to Weeping Angels, freaking that entity thing with 6-foot arms and legs, or what was the other one? The moon falling, and the thing with the that one seems. I would smoke that easy because I'll just stay inside. That's what I do anyway. I just stay inside. It's cool. I just mind my own business. I'm not going outside. Maybe to go to the shop or whatever. But I'll strap myself with ease and know when to run away. But there we go, guys. That was a little toe dip into the world of emergency alert scenarios. And we had a couple there, some more realistic than others. And they don't always have to be like, oh, there's vampires, entities, big gangly monsters coming to kill you. It could just be something as simple as like a psychological kind of thing, or something that could actually happen. There's ones where it feels like they could actually happen, like nuclear war and stuff like that. Those are ones that are a little bit more serious. But I like to look at the ones that, look into the horror side of things. Emergency alerts in themselves are quite horrific, especially, when they're just coming out of the blue and random. So guys, that last one was by Hiatric. Every creator that was featured here will be linked in the order that I watched them. So please go watch the original videos for yourself. Go watch their content, support them, subscribe, like the videos, all that good stuff. And hey, if you enjoyed my reaction to this content, then consider leaving a like rating and subscribing, because this is the majority of my content, reacting to analog horrors, spooky stuff, all that good stuff. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you did enjoy, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, guys.